In the heart of Gregory's room, where every corner was adorned with memorabilia from his favorite video games and anime, Gregory sat down for what he thought would be just another reaction video. His setup was flawless: lights, camera, a mic that picked up every gasp and giggle, and a screen that would soon display his latest find. "Alright, everyone, welcome back to Gregory's room," he chirped, his voice echoing through the headphones of his viewers. "Today, we're checking out Boku no Pico. I've heard it's a real hidden gem in the anime world. Let's see what all the fuss is about." The video began with the typical anime opening: cheerful music, vibrant colors, and characters that seemed innocent enough. Gregory was all smiles, his chat filling with messages like, "Prepare yourself," and, "You're in for a ride," which he dismissed as playful hype. 5 minutes in, the shift was subtle at first. Gregory's laughter faded, his brow furrowed, and his eyes darted back and forth between the screen and his audience. This is getting kinda weird, huh?" Gregory's voice wavered, trying to keep the tone light but failing as the scenes grew more explicit. His chat erupted, some laughing, others just saying "I warned you." 16 minutes later, the camera cut to the outside world, where the sun was setting, casting long shadows. Slenderman, his presence more ominous in the dimming light, was discussing something mundane with Sundown Shadow, whose form was barely visible against the fading light. "Did you hear about the new glitch in the game?" Sundown Shadow asked, his voice a whisper of the night. Before Slenderman could respond, the sound of chaos erupted. Gregory, in a state of sheer panic, was sprinting down the street, his face a mask of terror. His screams were high-pitched, a stark contrast to his usual composed demeanor. "Gregory, what the?" Sundown Shadow started, but was cut off as Gregory slammed into a parked car, setting off its alarm. "Move, move, move." Gregory was incoherent, his eyes wild, darting everywhere as if looking for an escape from an invisible horror. Pedestrians scattered, cars honked, and then, in a moment of surreal comedy turned tragedy, Gregory ricocheted off one vehicle into another, finally crashing into a solid brick wall. There was a moment of silence, a collective gasp from onlookers, and then the gruesome sight of Gregory's body painting the wall in a grotesque display of red. Slenderman approached, his lack of facial features somehow conveying disbelief. What could have caused this? He mused, more to himself than to Sundown Shadow. Sundown Shadow, looking down at the now quiet scene, muttered, "He was watching Boku no Pico, or so I heard." "That's what someone said in the chat." Slenderman gave a slight nod, his voice carrying a hint of dark humor. "Ah, Japan. Truly, they craft monsters in different forms." Back in Gregory's room, the video on his screen had ended, the credits rolling with a catchy tune that felt absurdly out of place. The screen was paused on the final scene, Gregory's cursor still hovering over the like button, as if in a last, ironic gesture. His chat was a mix of rip messages, laughter emojis, and warnings about the perils of anime recommendations. As the camera pulled back, the room felt eerier, the once vibrant posters now seeming to mock the tragedy. A single message flashed on screen from one of Gregory's viewers: "Never go in blind, Greg. Some things, once seen, can't be unseen."